Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So today I have a very special topic. I wanted to try something different. So I was going to look around for some, spicy drama or something to cover. And then I came across Crunchyroll removing the comments. Now I know all of you might not be necessarily into anime, but if you're interested, make sure to stick around. Okay, so let's look at their official reason. So why is Crunchyroll disabling comments? At Crunchyroll, we prioritize creating a safe and respectful community environment. To maintain this standard, we are removing all existing user-generated content, including comments, across all our platforms and experiences. Now, you might think, well, this is a little bit weird, isn't it? They're talking about it like this is creating a safe and respectful community environment, when this is all just about their own perspective. So basically, they only want to do this for the money. And if you look about it beyond the surface, it's pretty easy to realize that. So yeah, that's pretty much all for that. Now, stuff like this has already been talked about before. I just wanted to cover it as it's been very interesting to go over. I know it's been like a month and I'm probably very late on this topic specifically, but I just wanted to expand on this topic and just bring up this very important point. So yeah, now on to the next. I have a very special idea. So basically, I was looking online and I saw this reaction content. Now, you might notice that most reaction content have a Patreon. This is nothing special, and like most content creators do this, it's not necessarily anything wrong. And I'm not saying that they should change this because it does mean that they can earn revenue from doing this type of content, and not saying that it's the most rich and best looking content ever, but it does make for entertaining moments in like anime or whatever. Just seeing people react to anime is something that others enjoy, and I won't discredit anyone for that. But at the same time, I think some people price it too high, and it's been seen a lot before that some Patreons are ridiculously priced. Like, I don't even have to mention them. You can probably just go look at it for yourself. And it doesn't mean, like, even some Patreons have low tiers that are super high in terms of cost, and it's nothing to do with the content they offer. Like, most of the time, you're just unlocking to unlock reaction content, and that isn't a good thing necessarily. But it's always up to you if you want to support the creator or not. But at the same time, it kind of sucks that most of them is locked behind a paywall and not like, just an option to support them. So Crunchyroll has multiple alternatives. Most of them are not legal, but for those that are, their catalogs are quite limited, and this is the reason why most people resort to Crunchyroll. It isn't necessarily a wrong thing to do, but it really means that they have a control over everything that we do, and it isn't like necessarily bad, but at the same time, we want Crunchyroll to have competition, and in my opinion, they suffer from not having anyone to compete with, and it's an ongoing problem in my opinion. So Crunchyroll pays the anime studios, but is it even worth that much to the point where you would use Crunchyroll? Well, you have to ask yourself the question, would I do that to pay anime studios and even have a chance where the anime studio itself isn't even doing its job correctly? Like, if you give yourself an example, if you're watching an anime from Mappa, well, Mappa had cases where they were overworking their employees. Now, I won't get too much into detail about it because most people know what it is and what I mean by that, but at the same time, if you go too far into within that route, it isn't even worth paying the anime studio in the first place. So what exactly is left to actually pay the animator and the person working on the anime? Well, there isn't. So you're better off resorting to those very, very interesting online services to say the least. But it's all down to personal preference, and I wouldn't base anything else on that.
You, my friend, haven't even thought about buying.
Crunchyroll Premium. Crunchyroll want a break from
Anyways, this is nowhere near the end of the subject, so let's get into the other controversy, which is localizers. Now, if you don't know what a localizer is, let me explain it for you. Localizers are people who have to translate manga or anime from Japanese to English or their respective language. Now, around 9 months ago, a manga was said to have started using AI for translation. It was later added that a human will still check everything before publishing. Now, a number of localizers didn't like that as it will take their jobs, and an infamous localizer who was very vocal about it, anime fans were quick to point out how localizers don't even do their jobs right. So, firstly, there was the Miss Kobayashi Dragon's Maid incident, where the dub changed the meaning of the scene from her character, changing her looks to tone down the exposure to something very political. I don't even know how to explain this. So, there's also another incident about prison school. In one episode, a female character beats a male character in an arcade, and the Japanese subs, she shouts at him saying that he needs to dress more politely as she is the second year, as he shouldn't talk to her as they are equal. In the dubs, she talks instead about Gamergate. If you did your job right and not push their political views with other people's work, then maybe the localizers wouldn't be under so much hate. And they weren't responding in the best ways either. But anyways, let me know what you think of this type of content. I'm always trying something new. I know the content that I'm showing could always change. Everything about it could be different. And I want to try new things. So on this channel, it could be anything within the next videos. I'll just see what's best for me and I'll try out new subjects. Anyways, that should be it. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.